Hey guys, welcome to the another video. My name is Mohit. Welcome to my channel English podcast.
I'm so happy you are here with me today. If this is your first time listening, thank you for joining. And if you are a regular listener, welcome back. This podcast is made especially for you, for people who are learning English and want to improve their listening and speaking skills in a simple and useful way. Every episode, we talk about life, self-growth, learning, and of course, English. All in easy and clear English that helps you practice and learn at the same time. Today, we are going to talk about something very important. The topic of this episode is stop comparing yourself to others. Yes, we all do it sometimes. We look at other people and think they're better than us. Maybe they are more beautiful, more successful, richer, smarter, or they speak better English. And then, we start to feel bad. We feel like we are not good enough. But the truth is, comparing yourself to others can hurt your mind, your heart, and your learning. It makes you feel unhappy, and sometimes it stops you from growing. This topic is especially important for students and people who are learning English. Maybe you feel shy because others speak English more fluently. Maybe you feel slow because others learn faster. Maybe you think, I will never be as good as them. These thoughts are very common, but they are not helpful. They can make you feel tired and sad. And when you feel this way, you don't want to study or practice anymore. That's why we need to talk about this today. In this episode, I will help you understand why we compare ourselves to others, why it is not good for us, and what we can do instead. I will give you tips, real-life examples, and even a short story to help you feel better and stronger. You will learn how to focus on your own journey, your own goals, and your own small progress. Because learning is not a race, it's a personal journey. You are already doing something great just by listening to this podcast. So take a deep breath, relax, and enjoy today's episode. Let's begin. Why people compare themselves to others. Now let's talk about something we all do, even if we don't always notice it. That is comparing ourselves to others. But what does this mean? To compare yourself to someone means that you look at them and then look at yourself and you ask, am I better or worse than this person? You look at their life, their skills, or their appearance, and you think about what you don't have or what you are not. This can happen in many parts of life. And the truth is, it happens to almost everyone. Let me give you some examples. At school, maybe you see another student who always gets better grades than you. You think, why am I not as smart as them? Or maybe someone is good at sports and you're not. You say to yourself, they are so strong. I can never be like that. At work, you may see someone getting a promotion or earning more money. You feel like they are more successful than you. You begin to think, what is wrong with me? Why am I not there yet? It also happens with the way people look. You see someone who is tall, beautiful, or has clear skin. You compare your face or your body to theirs. You might feel sad, thinking that you are not attractive enough. And in today's world, this happens even more because of social media. Social media is full of pictures and videos of people who seem perfect. They have nice clothes, expensive cars, happy families, and perfect lives. But what you don't see is the full story. Many of those pictures are edited. Many of those smiles are fake. People only show the good things on social media, not the bad. But still, when you look at those posts, you may start to feel small. You may begin to think, everyone is living a better life than me. Even when it comes to learning English, many people compare. Maybe you hear someone speak fluently and you think, wow, their English is so good, mine is terrible. Or you watch a video where someone uses difficult words and you feel slow. You ask, why can't I speak like them? But remember, you don't see the hard work that person did. You don't see how many times they made mistakes. You only see the result, not the journey. Comparison happens every day, in small and big ways. It happens when we scroll on our phones, talk to our friends, or just walk down the street. It is like a quiet voice in our head that says, "You are not enough." This voice comes from fear. Fear of not being loved. Fear of not being good. Fear of not being successful. But this fear is not the truth. You are not less because someone else has more. You are not slow because someone else learns fast. You are not bad because someone else is good. You are simply you, and that is more than enough. Everyone has a different life, a different path, and a different time. Just because someone is ahead of you today does not mean they will always be. And just because you are behind today does not mean you will stay there. We all compare ourselves sometimes. That's normal. But if we do it too much, it becomes a problem. It steals our happiness. It makes us blind to our own progress. It stops us from enjoying what we already have. It also takes away our focus. When we keep looking at others, we forget to look at ourselves. We forget our own goals, our own values, and our own story. So the first step is to notice this habit. When you catch yourself thinking, "They are better than me," stop for a second. Ask yourself, why am I thinking this? Is this helpful? Is this true? Many times the answer is no. That person is just different. Their life is not your life. Their success is not your failure. As we continue with this episode, I will help you understand how this habit can affect your life in a negative way. And later, I will give you some helpful ideas to stop comparing and start growing. Remember, this is your life, and your journey is special. You don't need to be like anyone else. You only need to be yourself. The negative effects of comparing yourself. Let's now talk about what happens when we compare ourselves to others too much. Comparing might seem like a small thing, but it can cause many problems in your life. It can make you feel bad inside and stop you from becoming the best version of yourself. First, comparison often brings sadness. When you look at someone who has something you want, maybe they have better clothes, a bigger house, or speak better English, you may start to feel like you are not good enough. You don't feel happy with what you already have. You forget your own success and only see what others have. This brings a heavy feeling in your heart, and it can make your day feel dark and difficult. Another feeling that comes with comparison is stress. When you think you are not doing enough or not learning fast enough, you feel pressure. You feel like you have to run fast just to catch up. You worry too much about the future, and that makes your body and mind tired. Some people even stop sleeping well or lose interest in things they enjoy. Their mind is always busy thinking about what they don't have or what they are not. Then comes low self-confidence. This means you stop believing in yourself. You look at others and think, "They are better than me." After some time, these thoughts become stronger. You begin to think, "I'm not smart," or "I'm not good at anything." And slowly, you stop trying new things. You don't speak in class. You don't apply for that job. You don't practice speaking English because you think your English is bad. But the truth is, it's not bad. You just stopped believing in yourself. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine a person named Sarah. She is learning English. Every day she studies, listens to podcasts, and practices speaking. But one day, she hears another student speaking English very fluently. That student uses big words and speaks fast. Sarah listens and suddenly feels small. She thinks, "I will never speak like that." She becomes sad. She feels stressed and says to herself, "What's the point of learning?" After that, she loses confidence and stops speaking in class. She doesn't ask questions anymore. She even thinks about giving up. Now ask yourself, did anything change about Sarah's skills? She was still learning, still improving. But because she compared herself, she felt bad. Her mind created a lie, that she's not good enough, and that lie stopped her progress. This is how comparison works. It takes away your joy and gives you pain. It makes you forget your own journey and focus only on others. It is like walking on your own road, but always looking at someone else's road. You trip, you fall, you lose direction. Another example. Imagine a young man named Rafi. He just started a new job. He works hard and is learning new things. But then he sees a friend on social media who already has a better job, a nice car, and goes on holidays. Rafi starts feeling bad. He thinks, "Why am I so behind?" He forgets that he is still growing. He forgets that his friend may have started earlier or had different help. But comparison takes that away. Now Rafi feels stressed and unmotivated at work. He thinks he will never reach that level, even though he could if he just kept going. This is the danger of comparison. It blocks your growth. It slows you down. When you keep looking at others, you don't notice how far you've come. You don't see your small wins. You don't celebrate your own steps. Remember, everyone's life is different. Everyone starts at a different point and moves at a different speed. Life is not a race, and your value does not change just because someone else is doing better. In fact, you should be proud of your own journey. Even if you are not where you want to be yet, you are still moving forward, and that is something to be proud of. So the next time you feel sad because someone is ahead of you, stop and breathe. Remind yourself that you are doing your best, and that is enough. Don't let comparison steal your confidence or your joy. In the next part of the episode, we will talk about how to stop this habit and what you can do instead. You will learn how to turn comparison into motivation and how to focus on your own path with a happy and peaceful heart. Why you should stop comparing. Now let's talk about why you should stop comparing yourself to others. It may sound simple, but it is a very powerful idea. When you stop comparing yourself, you give yourself the chance to grow, to feel better, and to enjoy your life more. First, you must remember something important. Every person has their own journey. That means we all have a different story. Some people start learning English at a very young age. Others start when they are adults. Some people live in English-speaking countries, and some only hear English in school or online. So, when we compare our English with someone else's, we are forgetting this truth. We are all walking on different roads. Just because someone is ahead of you doesn't mean you are behind. It just means your road is not the same. It's also important to understand that people are different. We all come from different places. We have different families, different levels of education, different jobs, and different goals. Some people have more time to study. Others work long hours and can only study at night. Some have more help from teachers or friends, and others must learn on their own. We also have different talents. One person may learn grammar quickly, while another is good at speaking. That's normal. We are not robots. We are human. And humans are not all the same. Think about it like this. If you plant a flower and a tree on the same day, the tree will take longer to grow. But that doesn't mean the flower is better. They are just different. The flower grows fast and blooms early. The tree grows slowly, but later it becomes big and strong and gives shade to others. In the same way, you are growing at your own speed, and that is perfectly okay. When you focus on others, you miss the chance to see your own progress. But when you focus on yourself, you will notice all the little steps you are taking. And those small steps really matter. For example, maybe last month you could only say a few sentences in English, but now you can speak for 2 or 3 minutes without stopping. That is progress. Maybe last week you learned 5 new words. That is success. Small steps may not look big, but they take you forward, and step by step, you grow. Another reason to stop comparing is this: comparison takes your energy away. You spend so much time thinking about others that you forget to work on your own goals. Instead of practicing, you sit and feel sad. Instead of writing, you scroll through social media and feel bad about your life. But when you stop comparing, you take that energy back. You start using your time better. You study more. You read more. You speak more. And that's when real improvement happens. Let's go back to our friend Sarah, the English learner. After comparing herself to another student, she felt bad. But later, she decided to stop. She told herself, "I'm not that student. I am Sarah, and I'm doing my best." She started focusing on her own study. She watched videos, listened to podcasts, and practiced a little every day. After a few weeks, her confidence grew. She could speak more clearly. She felt happy again. She didn't become fluent overnight, but she became better because she focused on her own path. This can happen for you, too. When you stop comparing and start focusing on your journey, life becomes easier. You stop feeling heavy inside. You become more positive. You start enjoying learning. And most of all, you start believing in yourself again. So always remember, you are enough. You are already on your way. Every step counts. And no one else can walk your path. Only you. You don't need to be the best. You just need to keep moving forward. The only person you should compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. Are you doing a little better today? Then that is success. In the next part of this episode, we will talk about what you can do instead of comparing. You'll learn simple and powerful ways to build confidence, grow at your own pace, and celebrate your progress. What to do instead. Helpful tips. So now that we've talked about why comparing yourself to others is not helpful, let's talk about something even more important. What you can do instead. When you stop comparing yourself, you create space for better things. More focus, more confidence, and more peace. Here are some helpful, simple tips that can really make a difference in your life and in your English learning journey. The first tip is, focus on your own goals. Instead of thinking about what other people are doing, think about what you want to do. Your goals can be small and personal. For example, you might want to learn 10 new words this week. Or maybe your goal is to speak in English for 5 minutes without stopping. Whatever your goal is, make it clear and make it about you. Don't say, "I want to be like that YouTuber who speaks perfect English." Say, "I want to speak a little more confidently this month." When your eyes are on your own goal, you don't have time to look at others. You are busy walking your own path, and that's the best place to be. The second tip is, celebrate your small progress. Many people only feel happy when they reach a big goal. But the truth is, small progress is just as important. Maybe you finally understood a grammar point. Maybe you used a new word in conversation. Maybe you just practiced English today, even if it was only for 10 minutes. That's progress. Celebrate it. Say to yourself, "I'm proud of me. I did something today." You can even write your progress in a notebook. That way, when you feel down, you can look at your past progress and feel strong again. The third tip is, limit your time on social media. Social media is often a big reason why people compare themselves. You open your phone and see someone speaking English fluently, or traveling, or showing a perfect life. But remember, what you see on social media is not the whole truth. People share their best moments, not their mistakes, not their sadness, not their hard work. It's easy to feel small when you only see others' good parts. So take a break. You don't have to delete your apps, but you can spend less time there. Maybe check once a day instead of 10 times. Use that extra time to practice English, read a book, or relax. The fourth tip is, Practice gratitude. Gratitude means being thankful for what you have. It doesn't mean you have everything you want. It means you choose to focus on the good things in your life. Every day, try to think of 3 things you are grateful for. Maybe you are thankful for your family, your health, or the chance to learn English. Maybe you are thankful for your teacher, your phone, or even this podcast. Gratitude helps you feel rich inside. It helps you stop thinking about what others have and start seeing the value in your own life. The 5th tip is, remember your strengths. You are not weak or less than others. You have your own talents and good qualities. Maybe you are a kind person. Maybe you are hardworking. Maybe you are good at helping others, or cooking, or listening, or writing. You may not be perfect at English yet, but you are strong in other ways. Make a list of things you are good at. Read it when you feel down. It's a good reminder that you are already enough. And yes, you can improve your English, but you don't need to feel small while doing it. And finally, the 6th tip is, be patient. Learning takes time. This is so important. No one becomes fluent in a week or even in a month. Learning English, or anything big, takes time, practice, and effort. Some days you will feel strong. Other days you will feel tired. That's okay. Just keep going. Be kind to yourself. Don't rush. Don't expect to be perfect. Just do your best every day. One day, you'll look back and be amazed at how far you've come. Let's think about our friend Sarah again. She was once comparing herself to others and feeling low. But then she started using these tips. She made her own small goals. She wrote about her progress. She took breaks from social media. She thanked herself for her efforts. She remembered she was kind and helpful. And she reminded herself to be patient. Over time, she felt better. And her English started to improve, too. You can do the same. Start small. Pick 1 or 2 tips from this list and try them today. Over time, these small habits will help you feel stronger, more positive, and more focused on your own journey. In the next and final part of this podcast, we will wrap up everything we talked about and give you one last message of encouragement. Let me share a short and simple story with you. It's about a young man named Arman. He is from a small town and had a big dream. He wanted to speak English fluently so he could get a better job and travel one day. He worked in a shop during the day and studied English at night. He didn't go to any big school, and he didn't have a teacher. He was learning on his own, using YouTube, podcasts, and free websites. At first, Arman felt excited. Every new word made him feel proud. But slowly, he started watching English videos where people spoke very fluently. They used difficult words, spoke fast, and sounded perfect. He also joined an English Facebook group where everyone shared videos of their speaking practice. Many people in the group sounded better than him. That's when Arman started comparing himself. He thought, why is my English so bad? I am working hard, but I still make mistakes. He felt small. He stopped enjoying learning. He felt shy to speak, even alone. He started thinking, maybe I will never be good enough. Each time he saw someone else doing better, he felt worse. One day, he was watching a video on YouTube. In the video, the speaker said, "Don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10. That sentence stayed in his mind. Arman thought about it for a while. He realized something important. Maybe the people he was comparing himself to had started years ago. Maybe they had more time, more help, or more practice. It wasn't fair to compare. He was on his own journey, and his journey had just started. From that day, Arman made a small change. He took a notebook and wrote down one small English goal every week. Not to be the best, but to be better than before. One week, his goal was to speak English for 2 minutes a day. Another week, it was to learn 10 new words and use them in a sentence. Slowly, Week by week, he started to enjoy learning again. He stopped looking at other people so much and started watching his own progress. He also began to notice his improvements. He could understand more. He could speak without as much fear. He even made some new friends online and practiced speaking with them. He felt stronger, more confident, and happier. He wasn't perfect, but he was improving. And most importantly, he felt free. Free from comparison. Free from pressure. Arman's story reminds us that comparing ourselves to others can steal our happiness. But when we focus on our own path, even small progress can feel like a big win. You don't need to be like anyone else. You just need to be a better version of yourself. One step at a time. Before we finish today's episode, I want to speak directly to you, the person who is listening right now. I want to tell you something important, something that maybe you don't hear often. You are doing great. Really. You are learning English. You are trying. You are improving. And that is something to be proud of. I know it's not always easy. Learning a new language takes time, patience, and courage. There are days when you feel strong and confident, and there are days when you feel tired or unsure. That is normal. Everyone feels this way, even the people who seem perfect or fluent. But the truth is, you are doing something amazing. You are building a new skill. You are opening new doors in your life. And that takes real strength. It's easy to look at other people and think, they are better than me, or I will never be like them. But remember what we talked about today? You don't have to be like anyone else. You just have to be yourself. And you are enough. Your progress matters. Your small steps matter. Even if you only learn one new word today, that is a victory. Even if you only speak for 1 minute in English, that is success. Every little effort you make brings you closer to your goal. So please, be kind to yourself. Don't speak badly to yourself when you make mistakes. Mistakes are a part of learning. They are not the end. They are the beginning. Every mistake you make is a sign that you are trying. And trying is the most important thing. If you keep going, if you keep practicing, you will get better. You will grow. And one day, you will look back and be proud of how far you've come. Also, remember to stay focused on your own path. You are walking your journey, step by step, at your own speed. And that's okay. Don't rush. Don't push yourself too hard. Just take one step today. Then one more tomorrow. That's how real change happens. Slowly, quietly, one day at a time. Keep your eyes on your own progress and let others walk their own path. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I hope it helped you feel stronger, more hopeful, and more motivated. If you enjoyed this podcast, I invite you to listen again next time. Every episode is here to support you, guide you, and grow with you. You are not alone. We are all learning together. So keep believing in yourself. Keep going. And never forget, your journey is special and your progress is real. Until next time, take care, keep learning, and stay kind to yourself. You've got this.